19/2/2021 and today is Friday. We are going to start with a new topic in math. It is a very interesting topic. Before we start the topic, tell me some things. When do we get up? What time? When? What time of the day do we get up? Yes, we get up in the morning. Go to school in the morning. Yes. What time do we have a lunch? Yes, afternoon. We have a lunch at afternoon. What time do we come down and play? Play with our friends? Yes, what time? Yes, in the evening. But we get up in the morning, we come to school in the morning, but how do we know that it is a particular time to come to school? Can we get up 6 o'clock in the morning and come to school? No, our school starts at 8 o'clock. So we come to school before 8 o'clock. How do we know it is 8 o'clock now? We get to know the time by using a clock. When we read a clock, we know that it is 8 o'clock. So a clock helps us to know what is the time and what time do we need to go to school. Yes, this is a clock and this helps us to know it is 8 o'clock and this is the time to go to school, or it is 10 o'clock to have a breakfast. Yes, so now today we are going to see and read the clock properly. So as you know, today we are going to learn about time. For time, the very main and important thing is that to read the clock very properly. Yes, so I have a clock for you all drawn on the board. Now for clock, there are numbers written in the clock. These are very important. If numbers are not there written on the clock, how are we going to know what is the time? So numbers are very important for a clock. So now after numbers, there is one more important thing, as I told you what it is. Can anybody tell me what it is? Like we have our hands, we use our hands to point out to something. Yes, we cannot use our legs to point out to something. Can we use our legs to point out to something? No. Can we use our nose to point out to something? No, we use our hands to point out to something. Similarly, even a watch has two hands which point out to numbers and tell us what is the time. Now, these two hands, we have same hands, yes, but the hands of the clock are different. One is long and one is short. So, the short hand stands for the hour and the long hand stands for minute. So, when I have one long hand and one short hand, this long hand stands for minute and the short hand stands for hour. Long hand shows us minutes. Yes. Short hand is for shows a hour. Yes. Now, when I tell you long hand stands for minutes and short hand stands for hour, what does it mean? This long hand will show us how many minutes have passed, and this long hour will show us what is the hour. Yes. So when this long hand completes one full circle, it is 1 hour. It is 1 hour. It is 60 minutes, and 60 minutes means 1 hour. When I have a hand on 12, the longer hand on 12 and the shorter hand on 2, what is the time? Can anybody tell me? If long hand stands for minute and the short hand stands for hour, what is the time? That means this long hand has completed one full circle. Yes, it has completed one full circle and the short hand is on 2. So, one full circle means 1 hour. So, what is the time? Yes, you are right. It is 2 o'clock. It is 2 o'clock. Yes. So in this way we come to know that the long hand stands for minute and the short hand stands for hour. And when the long 12 and shorthand is on 2, it is 2 o'clock. Now, if I move this shorthand to 4, what is the time? What is the time? Yes, can anybody tell me what time is this clock showing? Yes, it is showing 4 o'clock. See, I have just moved my shorthand and my long hand is still there on 12 and my shorthand has come to 4. So it is 4 o'clock. This is how we read a clock in hour. Yes, let's see few more examples of it now. Now let's read the time together. Now you will say there is no hand in the watch. Let me draw a hand. We are reading time in an hour. So when we are reading time in an hour, the longer hand will always be on 12. It will always be on 12. Yes, so my long hand is on 12. My short hand is on 8. Can anybody tell me what is the time now? Yes, you are right. It is 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. Yes. Why this long hand is on 12? Because when a watch this long hand completes one full circle, it is 60 minutes, and 60 minutes means an hour. Yes. So when the short hand is on 8 and the long hand is on 12, it is 8 o'clock. So now when we have to write 8 o'clock, it is going to be written like this: 8, 0, this 4. When we have to say it is 8 o'clock and write it, we will write 8 o'clock. Yes? So it is written like this: 8 o and clock. Okay. Let's take a second example now. Now you all can see I have a clock in round shape and I have the second clock in a square shape. So a clock can be in any shape. Now again, when we are reading time in an hour, always my hand, longer hand will be on 12. Why it will be on 12? Because this long hand has taken a full circle and completed 60 minutes. 60 minutes means an hour. Yes? So my long hand will be on 12, and if my short hand is on 6, what is the time? How will we read it? Yes, you are right. We will read it as 6 o'clock. Yes. So now we know when the long hand is on 12 and the short hand is on any number, it is dash or clock. Let it be any number, 1, 2, 3, 4, any number, it will be that clock. Yes. So this is how we read the time in hours. Now let's move forward and see how we read time in half an hour. Yes. Now we have seen how to read time in an hour. Yes. Now we are going to see how we are going to read time in half an hour. You all tell me if 1 hour is of 60 minutes. 1 hour is of 60 minutes. Yes. So half an hour is of dash minutes. Yes? Y'all tell me 1 hour is of 60 minutes, so half hour will be of how many minutes? Yes, we will do half of 60. What is half of 60? It is 30. So 1 hour is of 60 minutes and half hour is of 30 minutes. Now we know when it is 1 hour, means 60 minutes, the bigger hand is on 12. Now if it is 30 minutes, where will be the bigger hand? So now we know that 1 hour is of 60 minutes and half an hour is of 30 minutes. When we say 1 hour, the bigger hand is on 12. Now when we say half an hour, where will the longer hand be? Yes, it will be on 6. Half of the clock is 6. Yes, 12 and 6. So the longer hand will be on 6. And if hand is on 4, how will we read this time? Now when the long hand is on 12 and the short hand is on 4, we read it as 4 o'clock. But when the short hand is on 4 and the long hand is on 6, how will we read it? It is 4:30. It is read as 4:30. Yes, it is 30 minutes, so we write it as 4:30. This is how we read half an hour. Yes, the longer hand will be on 6 and the shorter hand, let it be on any number, it will be as dash 30 minutes. Means if the shorter hand is on 5, it will be 5:30. Now we have seen the example of 4:30. Now let's say for half an hour, again I am telling you, when we are reading half an hour time, always the longer hand will be on 6. When we are reading 1 hour time, the longer hand will be on 12. Yes, when we are reading half an hour time, the longer hand will be on 6. Now my long hand is on 6 and my short hand is on 9. So what is the time? Can anybody tell me what is the time? Yes, it is 9:30. Yes, it is 9:30. When we are reading half an hour time, we always write 30. 30 means 30 minutes have passed. If it is on 12, it is 60 minutes past. So we write it as 8 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Yes, let's take one more example now. Let's say my long hand is on 6. As we know, we are reading time in 30 minutes, that is half an hour. My longer hand will always be on 6. My longer hand is on 6 and my shorter hand is on 12. Yes, it is on 12. So what is the time? Can anybody tell me? Yes, it is 12:30. It is 12:30. So now it is clear to you all that when we are reading the time in an hour, the longer hand is on 12. When we are reading time in half an hour, the longer hand is on 6. So when we write time in an hour, we write 8 o'clock. When we write time in half an hour, we will write 12:30. Yes, is it clear to you? Yes, hope it is clear to you. Let's move forward and see what is there more. Now we know how to read the time. Now, how do you come to know it is a holiday? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me that how we come to know it is a holiday? How? We have to come to school on Monday, Saturday and Sunday we have a holiday. So what are these? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What are these? These are days of the week. If we don't know days of the week, how will we know that on which day we have to come to school, or which day we have to do some work, or which day we are going to have holiday? So as time is very important, reading the time is very important to complete a work on time, on given time, to be punctual, to do everything according to our planning. It is very important to know the time. In same way, it is very important to know which day it is. So we are going to revise. You all have learned days of the week in your pre-primary. Yes, you all have learned days of the week and months of the year in your pre-primary classes. Let's take one small revision for it. So we will say days of the week. Yes, days of the week. First day we will write Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Here I can write, but you will not be able to see, so I am writing here Friday and 7 days in a week. So we are starting a week with Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Yes, these are days of the week. You all have to learn it. And you all know, as you know, Saturday and Sunday is a holiday for us. Yes, we don't come to school, we take rest. Some parents are working, so they go to their work on Saturday also. But we are studying in school, so we have a holiday on Saturday and Sunday. So now, as you all can see on the board, I have days of the week. The days are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday and Saturday. In all, we have 7 days in a week. When I ask you a question, how many days do we have in a week? Y'all must know it is 7 days in a week. Now when you learn all these days of the week, y'all can answer all the questions which I am asking you. Suppose if I ask you, which day comes after Monday? So without seeing this, you must be able to answer which day comes after Monday. For this, you all have to learn the days of the week. Now, as you all can see, there are days of the week on the board. It is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. There are 7 days in a week. When I am asking you a question, how many days in a week? You should quickly answer 7 days in a week. Now, when you learn these days of the week, you will be able to answer all the questions which I am asking you. Maybe the first question is, which day comes after Monday? You all must be able to answer the question quickly. For that, you all have to learn the days of the week thoroughly. You will answer me Tuesday. Which day comes before Wednesday? So as I asked her, which day comes before Wednesday? You shouldn't see on the board. You will be able to answer the question if you learn the days of the week. It is Tuesday. Yes? So this is the how questions are going to come for y'all on days of the week. Now moving forward, let's see months of the year. So as I told you all, after days of week, we are going to see months of the year. Why months of the year is important? I told you all months of the year are very important to know when our school starts, when it is going to get over, which month does it start, which month does it start. Do you all know? Yes, it usually starts in June and it gets over in mid of April. For knowing this, we should learn months of the years thoroughly. Let's see now months of the year. So now, as you all can see on the board, I have months of the year written on the board. You all have done months of the year in your previous classes also. Let's take one quick recap of it. The first month is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Now, how many months do we have in a year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. As you all can see, we have 12 months in a year. Now, these names you all have to learn very thoroughly. So, as I told you, you have to learn the months of the year thoroughly. When somebody is asking you how many months in a year, you should be quick enough to say we have 12 months in a year. Now, suppose if I ask you which months start with the alphabet J, you will have a quick recap and see J for January, June and July. We have 3 months starting with J. Now, my next question will be, which month is the beginning month of the year? Can anybody answer me? Yes, it is January. Which month is the last month of the year? It is December. These answers you will be able to give only when you learn this months of the year thoroughly, and answers according to days of the week you will be able to answer them when you learn days of the week. So this was a chapter time. We saw time to read in an hour, time to read in half an hour. Then we saw days of the week, we saw months of the year. Hope you all have enjoyed and understood the chapter. I am going to give you all very small and easy and simple exercise to do. You will complete those exercises and send me a clear picture of it. See you all in the next class now. Allah Hafiz.